Hi there, this is Donna Singleton. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I'd like to share how to make these two cards. I have kits available to make each card. I'm calling this a kit and this a kit. If you're interested, please let me know. I was planning on doing these. I did these in my monthly card class in February, and was planning on doing these next month at 2 different scrapbook weekends. So I have all these kits cut up, and they just want to go to your home so you can play. Okay, so these are made using the Bonanza Buddies stamp set and the Birthday Bonanza Designer Series paper. All these items are on page 33 of the mini catalog. There's the stamp and there's the die set, although we're not using the die set today. So let's get started. So let's start with this card. So for this one, we need the inside sentiment, and we need the happy birthday, which I've mounted already on my acrylic blocks. And we also need the little hat. We're going to be using Grapefruit Grove ink and Black Memento ink. So let's start with the Black Memento. Here's the card kit. And if you purchase this card kit, you'll get all this. You'll get the base, you'll get an inside mat, you'll get the outside mat, a mat of Designer Series paper. I've already pre-punched the Starburst punch, which this punch, if you don't own this already, this is a great punch to own because a 2-inch circle fits perfectly in the center of it, so that just a little bit of the Starburst peeks out. Okay, and a 2-inch circle, and a little scrap piece of white, and a piece of, this is, what was this called? Let's see, I have it right here. Let's see, this is the Coastal Cabana and Granny Apple green ribbon. Then you also need a pom-pom, which I will include if you purchase one of these kits. And I'll try to give everyone a colored pom-pom rather than the white ones, because they'll show up better. Okay, so we are going to stamp with Memento ink. First, the happy birthday is going to go on the circle. And hopefully my big head doesn't stick in the way of the camera. I'm going to put that down like that. Peel it off. That's nice. And now we want to do the inside. Oh, you also will get an envelope with each kit. And now we want to do the inside. This one, let's see. I'm going to stand up for this one because I want to try to get it straight. Whoop. Perfect. Okay, let's put those aside. And now let's stamp with the Grapefruit Grove. And this is just on a piece of scrap. And it really doesn't matter where, but we're just going to fussy cut it out. Okay, this is a really quick card. So we're going to fussy cut this. What I did is I left a little bit of white space all the way around the edge of it. Just like so. Okay, you could actually get a couple of hats out of the scrap, but you only need one. You could stamp 2 and decide which one you like the best. Okay, so we are going to take our Grapefruit Grove cardstock, and we are going to take our inside mat, which we've stamped. And this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. Just going to adhere that using our snail inside the center. Then we're going to take our Coastal Cabana mat, and this is also, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is also 4 1/4. No, 4 by 5 1/4. And this goes right on the mat, on the front of the card. And then we're going to take our our DSP, which this is 5 by 3 3/4. Like I said, you'll see how fast this goes together. And then we're going to take our ribbon, and I happen to like it on this side, and I'm just going to put a little bit down on my card here. Unfortunately, we have to cover up some of these little cute little lines. I'm going to take our circle, adhere it to our starburst, and then we're going to put that on with a few of our dimensionals. Put that right over this where we, just like that. And then for our little hat here, we're just going to put a little bit of adhesive, or you could use a glue dot. Put a little bit of adhesive right like that. And then we're going to take, one of these pom-poms. These are, I think I'll use the Bermuda Bay one right now. And you're going to take a glue dot, and what I'm going to do to make it easier, I'm going to take, usually I stick them right on here, but I'm going to take the glue dot, put it on the top of the hat with using my Take Your Pick tool. If you don't have one of these, this is a great addition to your scrapbook stuff. And we're going to take, we can pick up our little, see if I can pick them up with that. Yep. And we're going to put them right down in there. And there we have it. So then we just take our two, just going to cut, let's see, we'll cut this way, and we'll cut it over here too. Okay, and there's our first card. Nice and quick, huh? Okay, let's put aside this card, and we'll get to the next one. This one's a little bit more work, but it's not at all hard. So I'll get all my stuff out. I've already gone ahead and I've punched out these circles. They are 3/4 of an inch circle. And if you're making this at home, you can use our layered squares dies to cut this out. If you're buying my kit, I already did the scallop rectangles for you. So this one is about 2 5/8, and this one is 3 inches. So just measure the outside of your layered squares if you're going to be using those. So now, as far as the kit goes, I've already cut it out for you. So let's get rid of that. So let's start with our stamping. So in your kit you will have your square. Okay, we need for this kit we're going to use a koala, and koala bear is going to be stamped with smoky slate. Then everything else is stamped in black, the memento black. All right, and so I want to get the strings for the balloons. I want to get the sentiment, let's celebrate you. We're using the same exact inside sentiment as the last card. We need the koala's face will be in black. Okay, so first we're going to stamp the koala, and we're going to do him towards the bottom right of our square. Let's see, I'll ink him up and put him right about there. Okay, and he'll lighten up a little bit, but that is the smoky slate. Now we're going to use our black memento, and we're going to take his little face here. It's so cute. And depending on how you go straight down with it, sometimes his eyeballs look like he's looking to the right or left. So you just kind of line him up and go straight down. Just like that. Isn't he cute? Just kind of gives him, once you give eyes to something, it just makes them come to life. Okay, now I'm going to take the strings for the balloons, and I'm just going to put it sort of near his paw, hand, just like that. Okay, so let's put that aside, and let's get out our little strip. Now this is a 1/2 inch by 2 inches, and I'm going to stamp the "Let's Celebrate You" right on it. Cute. And that is going to get mounted on a piece that is 3/4 by 2 1/4. Put that right like that. Okay. And let's do one last thing of stamping, which will be the same as the other card. We are going to put the same sentiment in the center. Just like that. Okay, this is a really nice saying. It says, "I'm glad it's your birthday, so I can tell you how wonderful you are." All right, let's get rid of our ink, and let's get ready to put this card together. So I have a 8.5 by 5.5 piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. We're going to insert our inside mat. Now you can decorate your inside mat with any of the stamps that come with this, but for today I just want to do this quickly, so I'm just going to continue on and just decorate the front. So this black mat is 4 by 5 1/4, which is the basic side for most mats, same as my inside mat. Then I'm going to take, let's see, I'll give you these measurements now. 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. This is such cute paper. And this is going to go, I'm going to just eyeball it, about the same width as the Bermuda Bay to the black. See how they're about the same width, about eighth of an inch. Put that on. Now I'm going to take this balloon piece, which is 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. And this is going to go on the bottom. Make sure your balloon strings are going the right way. And I'm going to also do the same thing. Make it about the same border all the way around. It doesn't matter if they don't come to a perfect meeting, because we have a strip here. This is a 1/2 inch by 3 3/4. And that's going to go right across the center to cover what we had just, that little crack there. Try to get it as straight as you can. Maybe use my lines on the grid paper help. It's also very hard, kind of try not to get my head in the camera. Okay, now we're going to take what I did with the koala, because I didn't want him to be floating in the air, so I took my light Mango Melody alcohol marker, and I just kind of gave him some ground to stand on. He just looked like he needed something to sit on. Okay, and we're going to tape him onto the black scalloped square, just like so. Okay, now we're going to put this up on dimensionals. It's right here. Let's put one in the middle. Whoops, get rid of these. And we're going to stick him down right in the center, just like that. Oops, I'm going to go a little bit higher. Uh-oh, you can hear my cat in the background. And then this piece, we are just going to put that down flat. That won't be raised. Okay, as far as these balloons, so I put you can use a glue dot or you could use your adhesive, but what I did was I put them down, the yellow and the, what is that, Calypso Coral, I think? No, that's Terracotta Tile. It's a little darker than Calypso Coral. And then I took our last one, so I put the Daffodil Delight one down, and then I took the last one, the Bermuda Bay one, and I put that one up on a dimensional. So he kind of sticks up above, like he's floating. Then, the embellishments I used on this kit were from Celebration items. And they're no longer available. But when things are available and you like them, you should grab them. So this kit came with the yellow and the Bermuda Bay. We used this one on the Easter card the other day. So now we have this pretty twine with a little bit of sparkle in it. Not sure if you can see the sparkle, but your kit, if you buy the kit, your little bow will be tied already, just like this one. And we used, oh, it's always fun to get this open because they go flying. So what I like to do is I just take my glue dots, and I'm going to use this, take each thing of them. So put one of these on here. Yeah, these are fun to work with, aren't they? I'm demonstrating that right now. And I want a blue one. Come on. I think I pulled off most of my little putty on the bottom of this. Okay, there's a blue one. And let's take a darker one. There's a darker one. I like that one. And we'll put that there. Okay. So then I am going to take these and just put them on my card. As so. Okay. And now whenever I use twine for a bow, I like to kind of roll it up, and so that it's not such a big glue dot. Even though they're called mini glue dots, they still are kind of big. And then I put it right about there, so it looks, pinch it down so it looks like it's right on the, just like that. Oh, well, I'll clean that up later. So let me clip this here and here, and we'll push these off to the side. You don't need to watch me clean up sequins. Note to self, close the container before you start moving things. So anyway, so that is our kit. So let me get that's our card. Let me get the other card out and I will show you again. These are the two cards, and they were made with the Birthday Bonanza set and the Starburst Punch. Now, this is my host code for March. We only have today and tomorrow left, and during March you can earn free product. This is my March code if you're shopping with me today or tomorrow, and if your order is $50 or more, you get to choose a celebration item, and you will also get my beautiful friendship card kit.